NEC Section 300.19b4 addresses conductor support in vertical raceways. The code mandates that conductors in vertical raceways must be supported to prevent the weight of the conductors from creating excessive strain on the conductors, the termination points, or the equipment to which they are connected. This requirement is crucial for ensuring the long-term reliability and safety of electrical systems. The specific part of the code in 300.19b details the acceptable methods for providing this support. It outlines several approved techniques, each designed to effectively distribute the weight of the conductors and minimize stress. The approved methods include the use of cable support specifically designed for vertical installations, such as cable cleats, cable grips, and other similar devices. These supports are typically installed at specified intervals within the raceway to provide continuous or intermittent support to the conductors. Another approved method involves the use of junction boxes or pull boxes strategically located within the vertical raceway. These boxes can serve as intermediate support points for the conductors, allowing the weight to be distributed over shorter segments. The boxes must be adequately sized to accommodate the conductors and any necessary splices or terminations. Furthermore, the code permits the use of specially designed conduit bodies with built-in conductor support mechanisms. These conduit bodies are equipped with features that allow the conductors to be securely anchored within the body, providing a reliable support point. These are typically used at intervals determined by the code based on conductor size and raceway type. The code also allows for the use of insulated conductors with a grounded metallic shield, where the shield is grounded at each end of the run. The shield acts as a support for the current carrying conductors within the cable assembly. This method can reduce strain on the conductors and termination points. Now, addressing the specific question of using back-to-back 90-degree elbows as conductor supports, the NEC does not recognize this as an approved method. While it might seem intuitive to use elbows to provide some level of support, this approach has several drawbacks and does not meet the requirements of the code. Firstly, back-to-back 90-degree elbows are not designed to bear the weight of conductors. They are primarily intended to facilitate changes in direction within the raceway system. Using them as supports can subject them to stresses beyond their design capacity, potentially leading to mechanical failure. Secondly, elbows do not provide a secure or reliable means of anchoring the conductors. The conductors can still move and shift within the elbows, especially under the influence of vibration or thermal expansion and contraction. This movement can cause abrasion of the insulation, leading to shorts or ground faults. Thirdly, the use of elbows as supports can create sharp bends in the conductors, which can exceed the minimum bending radius specified by the code. Exceeding the minimum bending radius can damage the conductors and reduce their current carrying capacity. For these reasons, the NEC specifically prohibits the use of back-to-back 90-degree elbows as conductor supports in vertical raceways. Instead, the code mandates the use of approved methods that are specifically designed and tested to provide reliable and secure support for conductors. The importance of adhering to the NEC requirements for conductor support cannot be overstated. Improperly supported conductors can pose a significant safety hazard, potentially leading to electrical failures, fires, and even injuries. By following the code and using approved support methods, installers can ensure the safety and reliability of electrical systems. In summary, when installing conductors in vertical raceways, it is essential to carefully consider the weight of the conductors and the potential for strain. The NEC provides clear guidelines on the acceptable methods for supporting conductors, and it is crucial to follow these guidelines to ensure a safe and code-compliant installation. Back-to-back 90-degree elbows are not an approved method for supporting conductors, and their use can create a variety of problems. Always use approved support methods and consult the NEC for specific requirements based on the size and type of conductors being installed. When selecting conductor support methods, several factors should be considered to ensure both safety and compliance with the National Electrical Code. These factors include conductor size and weight, raceway type and size, the vertical distance of the run, environmental conditions, and accessibility for future maintenance. Firstly, conductor size and weight are critical determinants in selecting appropriate support methods. Larger conductors, naturally, are heavier and require more robust support systems. The NEC specifies maximum intervals between supports based on conductor size to prevent excessive strain. Secondly, the type and size of the raceway also influence support selection. Different raceway materials such as rigid metal conduit, electrical metallic tubing, and PVC conduit have varying load-bearing capacities. The support system must be compatible with the raceway type and capable of handling the combined weight of the conductors and the raceway itself. Thirdly, the vertical distance of the run significantly impacts the frequency and type of supports required. Longer vertical runs accumulate more weight, necessitating more frequent support intervals to prevent conductor strain. The NEC provides tables and guidelines for determining appropriate support intervals based on the vertical run length. Fourthly, environmental conditions such as temperature variations, moisture, and corrosive substances can affect the performance and longevity of support systems. Support material should be selected to withstand these conditions without degradation or failure. For example, stainless steel or corrosion-resistant coatings may be necessary in damp or corrosive environments. Fifthly, accessibility for future maintenance is an important consideration. Support systems should be designed to allow easy access to conductors for inspection, repair, or replacement. This may involve using adjustable supports or providing adequate clearance around support structures. In addition to these factors, the specific type of support method should be carefully evaluated for its suitability to the application. Cable cleats, for instance, are commonly used for securing individual conductors or cables to a support structure. They provide a simple and effective means of support, but their load-bearing capacity may be limited. Cable grips, on the other hand, offer a more robust solution for supporting heavy conductors or cables. They utilize a woven mesh designed to distribute weight evenly and prevent conductor slippage. Junction boxes and pull boxes can also serve as support points in vertical raceways. These boxes provide a convenient location for making splices or terminations, while also offering a means of supporting conductors. However, the boxes must be adequately sized to accommodate the conductors and any necessary hardware. Conduit bodies with built-in support mechanisms offer a specialized solution for vertical conduit runs. These bodies incorporate features that allow conductors to be securely anchored within the body, providing a reliable support point. The NEC also permits the use of insulated conductors with a grounded metallic shield, where the shield is grounded at each end of the run. This method can reduce strain on the conductors and termination points. The grounded shield carries the weight and strain and transfers it to the grounding system. When installing conductor supports, it is crucial to follow the manufacturer's instructions and the NEC guidelines. Supports should be properly sized and installed to ensure they can safely handle the weight of the conductors. They should also be securely fastened to the raceway or support structure to prevent movement or slippage. Regular inspections of conductor support systems are recommended to identify any signs of wear, damage, or corrosion. Any deficiencies should be promptly addressed to maintain the safety and reliability of the electrical installation. In conclusion, selecting and installing appropriate conductor support methods is essential for ensuring the safety and reliability of electrical systems. By considering the factors outlined above and following the NEC guidelines, installers can create a support system that effectively distributes conductor weight, prevents strain, and provides long-term performance. Remember that back-to-back 90-degree elbows are not an approved method for conductor support, and their use can create safety hazards.